Been 2 days since a deadly avalanche struck central Sierra Nevada. Nevada County Sheriff's Office determined to continue the search for the last missing person. More snow on the way. Recovery mission could turn messy. It's already been challenged multiple times over the course of the last 2 days. Fox Weather Correspondent Robert Ray joins us from Stateline, Nevada. Robert, you were live with us yesterday when that press conference went live, made the devastating announcement about those 8 skiers who unfortunately had lost their lives, the one that was missing and presumed dead. But, you know, I think speaking to just the harsh conditions of Mother Nature, what has this been like being in the mountains and getting this story and just living through the snow?
Well, I mean, certainly difficult to hear the agony that those skiers likely went through, not only trying to get out, but trying to survive. And some of them, obviously, we know did not. 8 confirmed dead, 1 missing, and first responders on a rescue mission. That missing skier also presumed dead. So the snow is falling again. It's been relentless. And, you know, I think sometimes you need to get a perspective from locals when a tragedy like this occurs, especially when it is Mother Nature that has created it. And, you know, you're in a harsh environment, the Sierras. And Austin Pickett, who is a local expert snowboarder here. Austin, thank you for being on Fox Weather.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah.
Tell me your first reaction when you heard what had occurred up in the backcountry.
I mean, you know, obviously it's heartbreaking. I mean, it's a very tight-knit community out here in Tahoe, especially with the skier, you know, snowboard community out here. It's a big part of the town, big part of the community. So, I mean, obviously we feel it, you know, all across the Tahoe Basin area. You know, unfortunately, it happens out here. This was, you know, kind of a rare outlier in how serious it was. You know, and like I was telling you earlier, these guys, you know, they're experienced. You know, they're going out there with good guides. This isn't their first day out there doing backcountry, and they're well prepared. And, you know, it just goes to show you, no matter how prepared you are, you know, the mountain is just, it could be unforgiving. And, you know, the danger is always there regardless of, you know, how prepared you are. If you have beacons, if you have the right equipment, even if you have a tour guide that's been doing it for 20, 30 years, the danger is, you know, still there. And we saw what can happen. So it's very unfortunate.
What do you think did occur as far as them being able to leave, the timing of when they left? How do you think that all went down, considering the fact that the guides, as you said, are very, very experienced? What do you think occurred?
I mean, it's, like I said, it's kind of a rare outlier. Obviously, this is a big, you know, snow town, but to get 5-6 feet within 24 hours to 48 hours it's a little rare, you know, and it's just so unpredictable when we have that much snow in such a short amount of time.
And the winds, too.
The winds, too. And we had a lot of, you know, dry season, unfortunately, you know, in the first half of the winter. So it's, you know, all soft snow packed on top of ice for the most part out there. And, yeah, unfortunately, you know, it's unpredictable.
You've been in that backcountry where this avalanche occurred, but only in the summertime. Can you explain the landscape?
I mean, it's steep, it's mountainous. You know, it's hard to say because I haven't been out there in the snow and in the snowpack and in the backcountry in that specific area anyway. But I have been out there riding dirt bikes, and you know, it's steep, it's dangerous. You know, even in the summertime, it can be steep and dangerous. So you know, I can only imagine, and just trying to imagine what they went through, you know, during that time is just, I mean, it's got to be terrifying. You know. No
doubt. From your perspective, the past few days out here snowboarding, what's it been like at the higher elevations for anyone that thinks, you know, okay, this is epic, it's beautiful, but there's got to be some dangers?
Oh, we love the snow, but you know, sometimes there can be too much. And right now, at least the last couple of days, the visibility up top has been pretty minimal. So that makes things a little bit, you know, more dangerous, or can be if you're not careful. I would definitely recommend not going out there by yourself, especially if you're going to go duck off into the trees, do any type of backcountry, get off the groomers. Definitely ride with a partner or multiple of them, I would say, because like I said, it's deep out there. I mean, even me being an experienced snowboarder, I got stuck a few times yesterday and had to dig myself out, being in the deep powder. And like I said, some of it's a little unpredictable. But I mean, we love it, of course, and that's what we're here for. But just got to be safe, you know.
My last question, have you ever been close to an avalanche up here with all the years you've been doing this?
I have not. you know, luckily I have not. Yeah, I've been at the mountain. I've worked at Alpine Meadows. I've worked at Squaw Valley when we've had avalanches, but you know, nothing as serious as this. And I myself have not been in any danger of avalanche, you know, personally. So thankfully, and hopefully that is stays true forever. But yeah.
No doubt. Austin, thanks for all your expertise, your time. Be
Absolutely.
safe up there today. So anything else you think that people need to know about the situation that occurred?
You know, not that I can really say. I don't want to, you know, give out any information that's untrue or anything like that. And, you know, I just, like I said, we feel for it in all of Tahoe. And, you know, prayers go out to the families and friends and, you know, for the loved ones that were lost. It's just, you know, it sucks for everybody.
Yeah,
so
man. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sorry for what's happened in this area.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Austin, thank you. Jane, very intelligent, smart insight from Austin Pickett, who is now going to head up the mountain as the snow is falling. Winds will pick up. The dangers exist. The avalanche warnings still in play until at least tonight in the region. This avalanche in the backcountry, to put this into perspective, we are told was as wide as a football field. That's 100 yards as it made its way down. And that is how just unsteady, unsafe, all of this snow can be. Go ahead, sir. Absolutely. Snowboarders making their way here at Heavenly Resort into the runs. So we're going to continue to monitor this. Again, rescue crews are out there. They are trying to find the missing skier who unfortunately is presumed dead. 8 in total right now confirmed dead. 6 rescued on Tuesday. 2 were injured, could not walk out on their own. Went into the hospital. They have now been released. We'll monitor the situation as yet another storm is making its way in. Jane.
Robert, just incredible reporting there. And, you know, of course, I think one thing that really stays with me is with this community, it's so tight-knit, but there's such a respect for the mountain and for Mother Nature. And that is something that is always at the forefront. So we'll continue to follow this story. Fox Weather Correspondent Robert Ray, thank you.